What's going on, YouTube? Arthur Ashe quotes: "Success is a journey, not a destination. The doing is often more important than the outcome." This is a man who won Wimbledon. He was an incredible champion and he had courageousness in his life. When I hear that, it is a journey. It's not like you're destined for it, but it's something that you have to take that road to take. To do it is important in the outcome. That means win, lose, or draw, you gave your best. You were there. He understood that through courageous. He spoke about it so much. I remember I had his book. I remember when he passed back in 92. And I just remember his honesty about how he felt, what he was going through. He always talked about racism being the worst thing that happened to anything of everything that he was experiencing. He wasn't afraid to speak out on different things. He wasn't afraid to be noble and wise. He encountered so much and impacted so many. When you read him and you study with his upbringing and you go through everything he went through, you can't help but marvel at it. And so often than not, people have to understand that to get to where you're going to go, you're going to have bumps in the road. You're going to have heartache. You're going to have hardship. You're going to have pain. You're going to have suffering. You're going to have situations where it feels like it's indifferent. It's going to feel like it just doesn't seem right, doesn't seem fair, doesn't seem nothing at all. And to understand um, that, when we talk about a journey requires going the distance, feeling the distance, but you're not destined for, like, you sit there with it because it was something that it had to take you through that to get to anything. And doing it is hard work. It is more important. Sometimes if you lose, you win, and sometimes when you win, you lose. Sometimes if you lose something, it takes that to keep you in perspective to what you're going to gain. Sometimes you win something, it's like I didn't got to the moment. What else is there's next? Sometimes people don't really feel anything afterwards, and so it's like, how do I supply that low, that high, that vibe? So I like what he said. He put it in perspective. He had a real organic reaction. And I think that, he was a man that was very well spoken, very intelligent, very wise, and never budged from what he was about. When I saw Arthur Ashe, I always look forward to his words of dignity and class and decorum. And again, when you understand what someone is saying to you, you never have to question um, what they're about, because you understand that they bring forth the best. They put things in perspective. So he really understood the task at hand about wording things. And so often than not, sadly, he's not as quoted as he should be because he went through a lot to get what he got. But he was a very important crusader for rights and for themes and so on and so forth. So I definitely applaud what he represented. And he's somebody that you definitely want to, study and feel enlightened that he was a bright light. He was a very bright light. When there's so many lights that wouldn't shine bright, he definitely chose to shine bright. So that's what I want to say about Arthur Ashe. And it was a very strong quote. Wash your hands, keep your mind clear, watch out for another, and please share. And if you want to spirit to, share a video for you to do, stay safe, stay blessed, stay woke, stay free, stay true. And by the way, if you haven't read up on Arthur Ashe, please do. Very important detail, very important man. Respect, remember.